Welcome to another exciting Barn Explorer. Today we're visiting the Westergreen Farm. You probably settled homesteaded here in the mid 1880s. This is the farm from the 50s. This is the farm today. My great uncle and my grandpa came here when they were little boys after their mom passed. The Westergreens took them in. Like they did so many people in need in the community, the Westergreens were always here to help. It's a beautiful place here, nestled in the woods of the South Pass. So the first thing is the old milk house. This is all that's left of it. So the things in the milk house is where they separated the cream, cooled the milk, and put it in cans. These are cream cans, but these are milk cans, and this is how they transported milk back then. They stopped doing it in '74 with the tanks, and that's when John was done milking cows here. Water trough for the milk house, for the parlor. See, cows would push down on that lever and it would fill with water so the cows would get a drink. So the parlor's cut in half. My grandpa learned to milk cows in this barn when he was a little boy. This would have been another part of the parlor right here. And the barn used to have a loft back in those days. The loft was taken out sometime in the mid-50s. But this would have been part of the parlor right through here. Would have been two rows of cows facing each other with a feeder aisle down the center. But you can still see the whitewash. Whitewash was a mixture of salt and lime and hot water, and you would stir it until you got the thickness of paint, and you just lathered it on anything the cows came in contact with. It was a disinfectant, a way to keep the barn clean. Everything was whitewashed. This was part of the parlor. You see the old gutter filled in now. But this was part of the parlor at one time. All the projects and bits and pieces left over. 150 years Westergreen's been on this hill. But if you look through all the clutter, you'll still see remnants of the historical farm. Milk cans. You'll see bits and pieces that you might recognize, might not. Stanchions. This was a flat barn, and they did backstrap milking. I remember when they still milked cows in this parlor. I was a little boy. So that's a vacuum pump. That's what a vacuum pump looked like. You'd hook that pump up to this, and then backstrap milk. The milk would be sucked out of the cows into that can. It's a pretty simple system. So the Westergreens are a tree farm now, and their innovation that they use on their tree farm, Washington State Forestry Department is just now starting to implement. But the Westergreens have been doing it for over 100 years, proving that it works. How to reforest, how to manage the forest. It's just a beautiful barn. The vastness of it when you walk in. I love this place. I have a bit of reverence for this farm, knowing that my grandpa grew up here. This is where my grandpa got his love of farming. So this is how they put hay in the old days. That was a sling, and the loose hay would get trolleyed in. See, this barn had a door at one time up there, and that's how they put hay in. Through the times, the farm boys got pulled off the farm and had a higher calling. But the milking had to go on. Westergreens have always been patriotic, defended their country, came home, and went back into farming. They're just good people. This was a community up here. A community that's centered right here. The county meetings, the community meetings that were held here. They're all here. Everybody knew about the Westergreens. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little tour. This place is a beautiful place. Hope you enjoyed it.